Okay, this is going to be the first time that I've actually ever touched the strings on this guitar in the 20 years that I've had it, because I've just kept putting it off. But today I'm not. I'm going to start.
This is Teresa Figures It Out. I'm finally doing all the things I've been putting off. Stop daydreaming and start doing with me. I'm Teresa. Every video I tackle something I've been meaning to try, learn, cook, or finish, because we only get one life. Come figure it out with me.
Hey, welcome back to Teresa Figures It Out. This is a different space than I'm usually filming in because I'm starting a brand new series today. I'm tackling a life goal that I have wanted to complete for about 20 years. I feel really nervous. I've been walking around my house trying to put it off. So I know for myself when I feel that way that I need to just push myself forward. So this involves my goal in wanting to learn how to play guitar. I have wanted to learn how to play guitar since I was a little kid, and about 20 years ago for Christmas, my mom bought me a guitar, and I was so touched by the gift because it was her acknowledging something that I've been talking about and trying to push me forward. Within a year of getting the guitar, I signed up for classes at a community college, and then last minute those classes were canceled and I never got back to it. I never did. And this guitar has traveled with me to all the places that I've lived in the past 20 years. And I keep looking at it, and there's just other things that I've prioritized and other things that have happened. This week, a really good friend of my husband and I, he knows about this goal of mine with guitar, and the strings were really old. So he came up and he restrung it just a few days ago. And that was a huge push for me, and I want to say thank you to Chris for doing that. I'm still really nervous about it. I've never played an instrument at all. I'm very musical. I'm singing all the time in my head. I'm a terrible singer, but I sing, and I love music. And I've always felt a connection to the guitar, but I don't know what any of these notes are. I don't know anything about it. My family was in the Army and we moved around a lot, and for Army kids, we're called Army brats. It's really hard to keep up on extracurricular activities. We did sports, my brother and I. We didn't do anything artistic or anything musical. My parents aren't musical, so that might be why, but even with sports, it was really difficult to keep up on any kind of extracurricular sports activities in the Army because we moved so much. So I will put that out there. I obviously could have made other choices in middle school and high school and got myself more onto a music path, but I felt really intimidated by it, and I still do. I'm starting this today. This is going to be the first episode of many of learning how to play this guitar. There's going to be a lot of ups and downs, but I really hope that this is a journey for me. Today, I'm going to learn how to tune this guitar. Chris, our friend, he strung it and then he tuned it, and then my kids were playing with it, which is awesome, but they were messing around with the tuners and got it out of tune. And I felt like, okay, I need to learn how to do it. Like, I can't feel intimidated by it. So we're gonna learn to do that, I'm going to learn to do that today. And also, I'm going to clean the bag today. So this guitar came in this bag, and it's so dirty because it's been sitting in my basement for years, and then it was moved from other basements. So the first thing I want to do is honor this guitar, honor the gift that my mom gave me, and honor myself and that I wanted to do this, and I'm gonna clean this thing. Then we're gonna tune. first time that I've actually ever touched the strings on this guitar in the 20 years that I've had it, because I've just kept putting it off. But today I'm not. I'm going to start. I'm going to tune this today. My heart is pounding. I feel embarrassed and ashamed, but if I don't put this on my list of things to do and don't prioritize it, then it's just not going to get it done. And I want you to do the same things. What are things that you've been putting off? Things that you're afraid to do? Do them. Put them on your list. Okay, I'm just using the Fender Tuner app, so we'll see how it goes. Eek. Okay. That was easy. Three down, three to go. Last one. E. Oh, there's two E's. I guess I'll figure out why there's two E's at some point. This is probably the simplest thing to everyone else who's watching who plays guitar or instruments, and they're thinking to themselves how stupid and simple. I'm so intimidated by this, and I really don't know anything. I'm excited and scared to figure all of this out. So please don't make fun of me. Well, that is something that I've been putting off for 20 years, and it took about 10 minutes. I don't know. Why do we do these things? Okay. Please come back and watch my journey. I'm going to continue to learn how to play this guitar. I'm going to start with really beginning lessons, probably on YouTube. I just looked inside that bag, and there are books, and there's actually a DVD in there. Maybe I'll see if I can play the DVD. It's pretty old. I am excited. I hope that you follow along. We can come back to goals 20 years later. I'm over 40. We can learn new stuff. Like, it's so silly how many minutes we have in the day, and we often don't put the things that really matter to us in the bulk of that. We don't prioritize that. So I'm going to start doing that. All right. Bye-bye. See you later. And it was hard enough for us to keep on it. And also, this is going to be the first time that I've ever actually touched the screen. Okay. Hey, welcome back. This is a different locale than I normally have.